I'm just going to say this. I think that if we look at social media, so you asked if I had to put a number on it.
Yes.
So I would say that the conditioning is very strong, right? Because we've been conditioned to expect Black men to do a certain thing, act a certain way. And if we're constantly having the conversation about leadership and submission and so forth, then that lack of respect could come in play there if we feel like you don't have a mission, a vision, or can lead us in the right direction. Because I can follow you, but where the hell are you leading me to? Are you leading me off a cliff, off a wall? Are we about to have a car crash?
You
like, so what
by
exactly?
yourself anyway, girl. Not you specifically, but the women saying this by yourself. You don't even like driving.
But that's even more reason why if I don't like driving as a woman, as an example, then why am I going to get somebody else who don't like driving either or supposed to be driving but don't know the direction that we need to go and not willing to ask for input for those directions to get us to where we need to go. And so that's where the disrespect may come in because it's like, well, you do have to prove it to me because it's no longer you get respect. It's basically you get respect to get respect. You give respect to get respect, get respect to get respect. And so I think that's part of the conversation there. But I also think that part of that conditioning is that, so you guys, and I will acknowledge this as much as I hate to admit it, you guys had a whole campaign against Black men for a long time pertaining to being thugs, criminals, and so forth. And now that this all has been disproven through multiple studies, social media, and even presence, then it becomes, okay, well, how do we come back from that? How can we show respect outside of that realm, respecting you as individuals versus as a monolith, right? And so that's where that conversation comes in with that conditioning as well. So we're just now moving to the part where we're no longer looking at you guys under this imagery, but perhaps looking at you under this other imagery. So yes, I will say that sometimes we just don't like y'all.
Yeah, I agree with that part. I think that's what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, we were that.
As far as the not liking part.
I think S&M is completely on point with that. I think that there is this breakup or whatever between the identity that Black men have had for so long, and there are men who are showing up. But as S&M was saying, the monolithic shift in the way Black men are viewed hasn't happened yet. So each Black men are not loved just because they're Black men.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, because they're Black men, they're giving the opportunity that you can apply for this thing or whatever. But you still have to be I would hope, a certain level of Black man, right, to entice a woman, and then you get to whatever you want to get to. I think that's what S&M is saying. But as a whole, through this thug culture and all these other things, yeah, our stock has fallen. And there's a lot to not love about the way we've shown up publicly over the last 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, no, sorry, because this Black woman who loves me was actually reaching out to make sure she's good. No, I'm just kidding. No, but honestly, I think, I don't know, for me, I think I have a baseline of respect for people. I think most people probably operate with okay, as a stranger, I respect you as a human being, right? And there's different gradients of how you might want to respect a person a little bit more. You may not have the same regard for a stranger that you might have for your significant other, a boss at work or whatever. So I think there's just different levels of respect. So I'm just going to say, I think as human beings, we can have a certain baseline level of respect, but some of the conversations that we're having or at least we're hearing in the public space sounds disrespectful. And it shows a certain lack of regard. You mentioned respect is double. Some people ain't even showing the first level, right? And I just think it's not that hard to show a certain level of regard. Even if I'm not into, let's say, this group of women, I can still respect them, right? And I think the problem, though, with the culture is that it's so much easier to just disrespect people unnecessarily, right? We don't have to just respect them. So for me, I do think we are being conditioned to have a lack of respect for each other, but I still want to hold firm and believe in my Black women out there that they do still respect us at a core level, right? But I think they don't like us a lot sometimes, and you got to work to get the love. Any thoughts before we get up out of here?
Thanks. No.
I feel so bad because I'm going to co-sign on that statement again. And I feel bad. I feel like I'm betraying the womanhood, but I'm going to go ahead and co-sign on that statement.